In the desolate moors of Yorkshire, a tale of passion, revenge, and the supernatural unfolds at Wuthering Heights, a remote farmhouse steeped in darkness and mystery. Mr. Lockwood, at Thrushcross Grange, visits his enigmatic landlord, Heathcliff. His curiosity about the strange dynamics within Wuthering Heights compels him to seek the full story from Nellie Dean, the housekeeper who reluctantly agrees to recount the tumultuous story of the Earnshaw and Linton families. The narrative begins years earlier when Mr. Earnshaw, the owner of Wuthering Heights, adopts a foundling named Heathcliff after discovering him in Liverpool. Heathcliff quickly forms a deep bond with Earnshaw's daughter, Catherine. Their connection is intense and passionate. Catherine declares, "Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same." However, their idyllic childhood is shattered when Mr. Earnshaw dies, and Heathcliff is subjected to cruelty by Earnshaw's son, Hindley, who inherits Wuthering Heights and treats Heathcliff as a servant. Catherine, torn between her love for Heathcliff and her desire for social status, chooses to marry Edgar Linton, a wealthy neighbor. This betrayal devastated Heathcliff, who leaves Wuthering Heights for several years. During this time, Catherine's health deteriorates as she grapples with her decision. When Heathcliff returns, now a wealthy man, he is determined to exact revenge on those who wronged him. He declares, "I cannot live without my soul," revealing depths of his obsession with Catherine. Heathcliff returns, set off a chain reaction of vengeance that affects both families. He manipulates Hindley into gambling away Wuthering Heights, regaining control of the estate. Heathcliff also targets Edgar by courting Edgar's sister, Isabella, whom he marries only to mistreat her cruelly. His relentless pursuit of revenge leads to the suffering of the next generation. He seeks to destroy the Linton and Earnshaw families, using his power over the estate to manipulate their lives. Catherine's death after giving birth to a daughter, Cassie, marks a significant turning point in the narrative. On her deathbed, she confesses to Nellie, "I cannot bear to think of it," expressing her regret and despair over her choices. Heathcliff, heartbroken and consumed by grief, cries out for her, his spirit shattered by her loss. He becomes increasingly haunted by her memory, roaming the moors in search of her ghost. As the years go by, Heathcliff's obsession transforms into a profound sorrow, and he becomes a shell of his former self. The moors that once echoed with passion now reflect his torment. The cycle of hatred and revenge seems endless, but the arrival of the younger generation brings a glimmer of hope. Cassie Linton, Catherine's daughters, and Henrietta Earnshaw, Hindley's son, initially clash due to their tumultuous family histories. However, as they confront their shared past, they begin to form a bond that symbolizes the possibility of redemption. In the final acts of this story, Heathcliff holds on the past weekends. He realizes that his vengeance has led to nothing but suffering. In a moment of clarity, he whispers, I wish I were as I was before, longing for the innocence of his youth and the love he lost. His death follows shortly after, marking the end of an era filled with pain and obsession. This story concludes with Cassie and Harrington finding solace in each other, suggesting that love and forgiveness can break the chains of the past. The moors, once a landscape of despair, now serves as a backdrop for hope and renewal. As they plan to marry and reclaim Wuthering Heights, the cycle of vengeance gives way to a brighter future, embodying the enduring power of love amidst the shadows of history. In Wuthering Heights, Emily Brontë crafts a complex narrative that explores the depths of human emotion. Wuthering Heights, written by Emily Brontë, is a powerful exploration of passion, revenge, and the complexities of human relationships set against the stark Yorkshire moors. The novel follows the tumultuous connection between Heathcliff and Catherine Ershaw, whose intense love transforms into destructive obsession, leading to tragic consequences for themselves and those around them. Key themes include the duality of love as both a nurturing and destructive force, the cycle of revenge that perpetuates suffering, and the impact of the wild, untamed moors, which symbolize the character's inner turmoil. The critique of social class and gender roles is also prominent, particularly in Catherine's choice to marry for status, reflecting the imitation imposed on women in Victorian society. Emily Brontë's life experiences significantly influenced her writing of Wuthering Heights, growing up in the isolated Yorkshire countryside. She drew inspiration from the rugged landscape, which mirrors the emotional depths of her characters. The loss of her mother and the close bond with her siblings, especially Charlotte, shaped her understanding of loneliness and longing. Emily's reclusive nature and desire to break societal norms are reflected in her portrayal of strong, complex characters who defy conventions. Ultimately, the novel serves as a profound exploration of love, loss, and the human condition, rooted in Bronte's own struggles and experiences. If you want to learn about Emily Bronte's life and the lives of the Brontë sisters, check out our channel and the link I've included in the description. Bye!